Hello and welcome to the show. We are here today on Forza Horizon 4 with a tournament. This is a tarmac-based point-to-point knockout tournament. However, the vehicles that we are driving have been lucky dipped for us. Yes, the vehicles have been randomly picked using Kudos Prime. We have then built them to A class. So these were vehicles that started in either C or B class, and they are all two-wheel drive. So we've got a selection of front-wheel drives and rear-wheel drives going on. This is the first of the heats. We've got a Lotus Carlton that were a little bit, well, they're difficult to get right. There's a lot of traffic currently going on. I think we may almost be ready. We've got a Civic, that's likely to be fast. The Volkswagen is also likely to be very fast. The RX-7, also a pretty good shout, a pretty sensible vehicle. We are going to send them on their way while it is vaguely clear. We'll show the route as we go down. We will have the staging command for them. We will then release them off the start line. Good start from the RX-7, of course. The front-wheel drives are going to struggle a little bit more. The Carlton's massive turbos take a while to spool up as we blast off towards this first corner. Mazda is to the inside, although a little bit too much on the snow. Is going to struggle to get on the exit there, and indeed the Volkswagen is going to sneak past. The EK9 Civic we know is likely to be a quick car. That thing is mighty, mighty fast. We head up towards the hairpin for the first time. Now in this section, traffic is in ghost mode. We're in a drift zone. After this section, it will come out of the drift zone. You will have to deal with the traffic. This crest in particular is quite nasty. We head towards the next corner, and it is the battle of the front-wheel drives up the front. Top two will go through from this round as we have Civic and Volkswagen battling nose to tail towards the next corner. We've got a little bit of traffic blockers going on up here. We will head on towards the bridge. The RX-7 slid too wide. That has bumped into the wall. I have crashed my drone off the bridge. However, there's the finish line. We may have had a small issue. The RX-7 will come across the line in third. The Carlton, I think, may have had a trouble. I might have crashed the drone a little bit on the first run. However, it was a side-by-side battle to the line. I think the Corrado may have got it. In the end, the two front-wheel drives, Corrado and Civic, they are through to the next round. So, for our next heat, we have got one front-wheel drive in the RSX. We have a muscle car in the Buick GSX. We have a Lancia Stratos that launches like crazy and a Subaru BRZ. Don't really know what we're going to be seeing from this slot. The Buick is likely to be quick down the straights, but possibly not so much in the corners. We are going to get everybody ready. We will launch them. Underway! Stratos launches itself into an early lead. The RSX struggles a little bit more off the line, as is the way with the front-wheel drive cars, although it's actually quite close to the BRZ. Expect the Subaru to be mighty through the corners with that wide body kit, some huge tyres, probably race tyres on this. It is an all-tarmac route as we head up towards the hairpin. The Buick is having a look on the outside, unlikely to make a pass stick there, although it's trying to, it's actually causing issues for the RSX through all of this. Lancia leads away from the pack. Here comes the Buick as the BRZ and RSX are having their own little battle. Could that Buick find a way past it? Actually having a look to the inside through this section. It slides the car. They have got a gap back to the RSX. We weren't quite expecting to see this. This is an impressive showing from that Buick as we head up towards the final quarter. It's not close enough to have a look at the Lancia, although the Stratos is wide through all of that. It is a drag race towards the finish line. It's going to go the way of the Buick. The Lancia, I say thrown it away. Lancia ran a little bit wide. Buick wins. Lancia takes second. Third place goes to the RSX. We were so busy watching the battle for the lead, we didn't quite see what happened to the BRZ. The BRZ is through across the finish line in fourth. There is still a chance, of course, for the BRZ and for that RSX at some point in that spanner final. However, they did not make it through this time. We are on to my heat next. I was drawn the Mercury Cougar, which I haven't driven up until now, so I'm curious to see how it's going to go. I've got two Civics. We've got the 07 and 04 Civic, and we have the Nismo GTR LM. Some very different cars in this. I'm a little bit concerned. I'm likely... See, the thing with the Mercury is none of the cars are allowed engine swaps, and the Mercury standard engine isn't amazing, and I'm a little concerned that I'm not quite going to have the power for this in some regards. The Mercury is surprisingly light. It's 2,800 pounds, which is actually not all that much weight, which is good. However, it doesn't actually have as much power. I think the Corrado has more power than this, about 380. Decent chunk of torque and everything, but still, Oh, we're going to try and hug the inside. Now, I am on race tyres, and they are big race tyres, talking 345s on this. The Civic is alongside. The Honda's just got more straight line speed than I do. Now, it is going to have to go the long way round here, and I'm not going to be kind to it. We're not going to give it an easy time. Oh, through here, although I've messed it up myself. Oh, the Nismo's going to get both of us. Oh, God, there's a lot of bumping. There's a lot, a lot of nudging has got on down here. The Nismo has got all of us. We have got, we have all got into trouble here. The 07, it tried to get us. It is going to be second to the 04 Type R. We just fought each other way too hard. We should have been smarter with that. I will be honest, we should have been smarter in that. There was a little bit of... There was a little bit of like the laggy side-by-side collisions. There's a little bit of nudging, and it was just too much fighting. We should have been better. We should have been better planned than that. As it was, we fought each other too hard and ended up both being dumped into the Spanner Final. Is going to be mayhem. That much is for sure. Well, it has just started snowing by the looks of it. We're about to have quite an interesting Spanner Final for us. We have got my Mercury, the Lotus Carlton is here, Civic Type R, BRZ, RX-7 and the RSX over there are all lined up on the grid. The road actually got quite wide enough for a 6-car Spanner Final, so the RSX is going back. It's not got the quickest launch, so it is not going to be affected too much with this one. We're going to see what happens, really. I've got to be careful I don't get squeezed too much. I'm hoping I can launch quicker I can than the Carlton. We will launch ourselves to the lead of the race. Now, my hope is that we can do the run away at the front and stay out of trouble technique as best as possible, really. If I can do that, then we're golden. By the looks of it, the other cars did not have as good a start. I mean, this is sometimes what you have to do at a Spanner Final, if you can. Whether I have the quickest car here or not, I don't know. I actually think the Civic is quite fast, but that's been stuck in a load of fights going on here. We have had a wonderful, wonderful run away at the front of this one. Now, this is the corner where things went wrong for me last time out. It is a quick corner, this, but maybe not quite flat out in the Mercury. We've got to be careful. Now, there shouldn't be traffic around this part of the circuit. We've got blockers in all of this. It looks like it's going to become down to the RSX versus... Oh, God, that's a really awkward place. There should not have been cars on that. It's going to go RSX versus BRZ. The RSX has got it. It's going to be me and Longbow that will progress. Me and Longbow will take it through to the next round. A good fight went on behind. By the looks of it, the BRZ just held on to third ahead of the RX-7. Whoop! Hello, everybody. As we tumble off of the bridge. The Mercury is through a little bit of... Oh, I was in reverse, not forward. A little bit of redemption from that previous... Well, I say a little bit of redemption from that previous race. It was a bit of an unlucky previous race. Mercury is through to the next round. A good performance. Stayed out in front. Got out of trouble. Ran away a smidge. The RSX did well, coming from a sort of more difficult start, so to speak. It's got some good quarter speed. We are through to the semi-finals. So, here we are for the first of our semi-finals. The weather is rather atrocious for this one, but we have got 4 cars on the grid. 3 of them front-wheel drive, Civic Type R, RSX, and VW Corrado. The Nismo is, the GTR LM is in there for good luck. Now, that is likely to get off the line quickly. That's likely to get off the line very quickly here, or it will lead, theoretically, into the first couple of corners. We'll have to see how it goes after that. Apologies. Unfortunately, there's some really cool routes. Sadly, we can't turn off traffic, so we have to kind of do this nonsense. Oh, wow, it's like bloody... Oh, where they all come from in this one? Hold on, everybody, we're ready. No, we will be ready soon. Nope, go back into ghosty mode. We'll get there. We'll almost be ready. We're going to lose the light before the end of this, knowing our luck. Right, here we go. I believe we have got everybody ready to go with this one. We will... get them prepared, and off we go. It is a pretty even initial start. There goes the rear-wheel drive traction of the Nismo. It is going to lead off towards the first corner. We head up towards the drift zone. There is a weird... I don't even know if those cars were there for people. It should be ghost mode. I don't really know what's going on. Nismo leads. Corrado's had a poor start, actually, in all of this. We know the Corrado is very, very quick, and it is likely to get quicker as the course goes on. Nismo heads into the hairpin, runs very, very deep through all of that. The RSX is alongside. They bump doors a little bit. Now, no one wants to be out in the snow because most of these cars are running race tyres. No one has any traction out there on the snow. The RSX will take the lead of the race. pace. The Civic is looking to move up to a third position. The RSX puts a wheel on the snow on the outside there. Here comes the Corrado. It's having a look around. The Civic has gone a mile off of the course, as has the Nismo back there. It will be towards the final corner. It's not going to matter for them. The RSX is going to round that final turn, and it is going to be the Acura that is going to take the victory in this one. The Corrado takes a second place. We will have a Civic cross the line in third. Something went a little bit awry for the Nismo, wherever that one ended up. Both the Nismo and the Civic got into trouble and ended up out wide on the snow through there. It is actually quite easy to get very wide through that section. I don't think that either of them quite had the pace of the other two. Yeah, I'm a little bit scared of the front-wheel drives, I'm not going to lie. So, as we run into the second of the semi-finals, a little bit of a different complexion, this one. There are two muscle cars. The Buick that we were quite surprised to see do as well as it did is through. I went through via the Spanner final. We have that Civic. We're scared of that Civic. That Civic is going to be quick. But we also have the incredibly fast-starting Lancia, so the Civic's going to have a lot of work to do here. It's going to have to try and overtake and work its way past just about everyone, because the rest of us are pretty damn quick-starting vehicles. Oh, they're not out of ghost mode yet. We'll let them get out of ghost. Oh, no, there's another car coming. Never mind. So I do the wool alert to tell the starter that we're ready. I didn't realise there was another car coming. My bad. I think they're going to be out of ghost mode now. Yeah, we will do the wool alert to tell them there is a snowplow in the rear view. Don't worry about that. That's just what it's going to have to be. Here we go. We are off the line. It's a good start once again from the Stratos. Good start from the Buick. Good start from the Mercury too as we head up towards turn one. This is what the Civic dreads. The Civic is so quick, but it's got to deal with all of us here. The Stratos actually slid quite wide through that corner. Type R is there, looking, doing the Morse code on the bumper of the Mercury. Civic's going to go the long way round. I'm happy to take the sensible line through the hairpin, and we're going to actually slide up in front of that Civic, who will not have anywhere to go, as is perfectly fair enough to do. What happened to the Buick? The Buick's gone. Something went on with that Buick. The Honda's got more straight line speed than me. That's not how this is supposed to bloody work. Mercury's pretty beastie through the corners, though. The Lancia, I mean, it looks like it's going to be me and the Civic, whichever way it goes. The Honda's going to have to go to the outside, heading down towards this final corner. Oh, get it stopped in the Mercury. We're going to park it on the apex. Are we going to win the run to the line? We are. The Civic will be happy, though, that it made it through the traffic. It's a victory for the Mercury. Technically our second win on the course. Lado, why are you in the traffic jam? For God's sake. I mean, that's good news for me in the final if we can do that. I think the Civic was held up a little bit at the hairpin, battling with the Buick and the Lancia, wherever the Lancia ended up. We are through to the final. A little bit of a surprise for me to beat the Civic here. It's good news for us in terms of potential, but we've just got to do it again, and no silly mistakes. So, here we are, on to the final. We have got, well, me in a rear-wheel drive Mercury, and then 3 front-wheel drive cars. The RSX, Civic Type R, and Corrado are all in the final here. I know I'm going to get off the line well. This is the thing. I'm going to launch well, and then after that, who knows? Who knows? We're going to have to defend, I think, for most of the way around. But we will give the "We are ready" command here. If I can run cleanly away at the front, that would be really helpful. So here goes the Mercury. We are clean off the line. It's actually a fantastic start for the Cougar. It looks like the RSX is in second, or that's battling with the Civic already. Now, how far away can we get? Can we get far? In fact, this has actually been a really, really good start for me. They're all busy fighting one another an awful lot as we head towards the hairpin here. We are cleanly out the other side. Actually, a little slide from me. The Civic is up to second. The RSX is fallen to the back, I think, behind the Corrado. The Honda isn't close enough at the moment to have a look. The thing is, I know I'm not as quick through these corners as that Civic. I know I'm not as quick through the corners as the Civic, and I know I'm actually not as good. Oh, down the straight. We run a little bit wide. That's a problem for us. We really do not want to have to be having a battle into this final corner. We defend the inside. I see a headlight around the outside. The Corrado's got really, really wide. The Corrado's fallen off. It's a drag race towards the finish line. The RSX is catching, but it's not going to be enough. We will cross the line. And the most unlikely of vehicles is going to take a victory in that one. The most unlikely of cars. It's the launch. The other cars are quicker. The other cars are quicker. They catch me relentlessly through that, but as they fought one another, being the only rear-wheel drive, got the Mercury far enough away in that one. We could defend on the corners where it mattered, We did run a bit wide. You don't actually gain time over there because you're on the snow with race tyres. The rejoin is actually super, super sketchy in this. It was wider than I wanted it to be, certainly. We could just defend. They fought each other too much. They didn't catch me soon enough in the run. Ugh. Tell you what, those front-wheel drive cars are mighty, mighty fast. They are mighty fast indeed. The Mercury is not bad at all. The Mercury is not bad at all. It was a hell of a race. I had to defend. I did what needed to be done, pretty much, with the Cougar. And there we go. Our lucky dipped muscle car will take the victory. Not what I expected at the start of this. Not what I expected when we had to go through the Spanner final as well. However, there we go. That is going to be it for this one. Thank you all very much for watching. And until next time, a goodbye.